porno music right here.
Yeah, break.
Oh, daddy.
Possibly making a binary trigger for this. I was talking to the CEO and I was like, yeah, you gotta do that. And he goes, what kind of psycho puts a binary trigger?
Hey, Nate.
What's up, man?
Hey, it's just me right now.
I really want you guys to make
we had some customers come in, and also we're getting hit with some bad weather right now.
Oh, fun.
So if it cuts out, it's not. Hopefully, it's not Dustin tripping over a power cord this time.
Yep. Well, I'll probably have to take off in about 30, 35 minutes.
Sure.
I've got a customer coming to pick up a super cool build we did for him. It's an MPX. We did a camo pattern on it, but it's Fallout themed, so we have the Nuka-Cola girl painted on there too.
Nice.
Yep.
So what's the color scheme for that?
So it's a black and red camo pattern, and then inside of a white circle is the Nuka-Cola girl, kind of like a logo.
Cool.
Yeah. She's sitting on a Nuka-Cola bottle with her little pistol.
Well, it's all up on option.
Well, I hope you're able to snake a photo of that.
Yes. I think if it gets completed before he gets here, we might be able to take a look at it on the table.
Sure. I dig in the hat, man.
Thanks.
You know, and I think we don't see those up here by us, but that style hat is real prevalent in the heat, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure. This is Ryan's.
Nice.
And Will's got one too. Come on over here, Will.
This gun right here.
Say hi.
Like as soon as I make contact, it's done.
What up, Will?
What's up, man? Which one's Dave Dorsey?
That's Dave.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
I'm also wearing my
Funny
retro
guy.
rifle shirt too.
Funny guy. Yeah, yours matches your shirt, kind of.
Boom.
It's like he planned it.
Will's over here playing with a new device in the shop.
You should own one just so you can do this.
Ooh, is that your 3D printer?
Well, it's Will's 3D printer, but yeah.
Okay.
And so we're gonna start printing some fun stuff. Today he made a sanding block.
So you have your shirts that you got in, or you just have the hats?
They have not come in yet. So we had two separate shipments, the clothing and the hats, and so the clothing should be here hopefully tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
They said it takes about 10 business days for the clothing to get here.
Okay. Nice.
Dave, how far to your left can you see?
Hold on one second. I can see the 3/4 of the door.
So can you see the S2 right here to S4?
Nope, I just turned it. You can't see nothing now. Dustin has to touch some guns.
Okay.
This is
So,
it is.
Oh man. There we go. So you've been busy this week, huh?
Holy cow! Today, I think between the last 2 days, I've painted like 9 guns.
Okay.
So it's been a very heavy paint.
I don't know, but yeah, it seems like it's picked up quite a bit in the last week and a half, traffic wise, at least for us. And hopefully that's a sign that the market is changing, because it seemed real soft there for about a month. So,
you know who was in town this past week?
No.
Jaden from Gun Bros.
Oh, really?
He was doing a tour of all these gun stores in Georgia that had shooting ranges.
Oh, okay.
And anyway, I found out about it today, and so I called Gun Bros. I called their store to see if he was still in town, and unfortunately, I think he left today. But I sent him an email. They gave me his personal email, and I sent him an email asking him if he'd be down to come hang out with us if he's still in town. But I haven't heard back, so he must be on the road.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's who we talked to in our group.
Gun Bros?
Yeah. They're in our group.
They are.
Yep. So you should be able to get a hold of them and through that app.
Interesting. Okay.
So
well, I got his direct email, so his personal email. So I did send him an email, telling him we're huge fans of his work and love to do a cool collab. We make similar content, and I told him about you guys and how we've done cross collaborative stuff, and we've had subscribers from our end come subscribe to your channel and vice versa, and so it's been very successful for us.
That's because we got awesome fans.
Yeah, we do. We sure do.
Yeah, and you can see that in the comment section. So
100%.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? We'll get to the comment section here in just a minute. There's some cool ones. look at that. We're hopping.
Busy.
It's Friday night.
It's awesome.
Yeah. And I think too, if I'm not mistaken, for Gun Bros, they just broke ground on a new location that they're doing gun store, gun range. And I don't know that any of their other locations have that. So I wonder if he's, just doing research
Sure.
for that. But I know they have quite a few different stores. So do you know what state they're mostly based out of?
When I looked it up, I think I want to say, hold
Is it like
on, before
Arkansas?
I misspeak. Yeah, Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all the videos that they do is from their one store in Kansas. It's in Hutchinson, Kansas.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. He was in town. I wish I'd have known sooner so that I could get in touch with him and see if he'd be willing to come here to the shop. But I think I just missed him.
Sure. Yep. I think that guy is busy.
Oh yeah, and he seems super nice, like super down to earth. Um,
Yes.
I think he would be. I think he would be down to do some collaboration if he had time. But yeah, like you said, he's probably super swamped, especially probably opening a new store. I'm sure you're even more busy.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I am way too busy to think about like expanding and opening a new store and the headaches that come along with that. I can't imagine. And those guys open stores regularly.
Oh,
So
see, yeah.
no. It's wild here. I was just gonna ask you something too. Anything new coming to the shop?
Not really. We other than the shield box, that's pretty much it. We've been working on getting customer projects back to them. We're a little behind because I had that surgery on my hand, and
Yep.
it took about a month to recover before I could paint again. And then I was in the shop 2 weeks, and then I got violently ill with the stomach bug. Apparently I got the Nile virus or something, man. I was messed up bad.
I could tell just through the phone
Yeah.
how rough
Yeah.
you sounded. So
Yeah, I actually had to have a nurse come to the house and administer me some fluids and IV and some vitamin B12 and zinc and magnesium and all kinds of stuff because I couldn't even hold water down. I was literally just vomiting so violently. And it went on for 4.5 days, So what definitely, I thought it was food poisoning from the little burger shop next door. I had a lamb gyro the day before, and I thought it was that, but it turns out it was a stomach bug.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you're better.
Yeah,
You
I'm still
look a
not
lot
ever going to eat over there again. It's yeah. We smell their exhaust from time to time. It gets sucked in through our air conditioner, and it's absolutely horrific. It smells like a dead body.
Well, the important thing is that air conditioner is working, because when I stopped there, it was not working.
Yeah.
That was rough.
But what's new with you guys?
We a lot of the foot traffic that we had last week was guys dropping off gun collections for the auction, and Dustin's back now, so I get to zoom out here. So we've been accumulating gun collections for the auction that we have that's live right now. So get to see a lot of cool guns. We showed one in one of our shorts that the only other thing I can kind of like equate it to is like there's such like a niche following to it that only so many people really know what it is. It's like the first generation Galil.
Oh,
That it's not that, but it's in that realm. Like they're out there. They're collectible, and there's really only a niche group of guys that know what they are, and there's just not a lot on the market. So if you go to try and find one for sale, you can't find one. So we got in a Armalite AR-10T Super SAS that was the first semi-automatic sniper rifle that was developed for the Army, but then the Army didn't pick it up in its contract. So you can go find the Super SAS Gen 2 on Armalite's website right now, but not the Gen 1. There's only a handful of them out there.
Yeah.
So we've got that one in on our auction, and that one's kind of unique.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Very cool. The Galil, how much do they want for the Galil?
Oh, when it's gone now. We had one in that was 2 or 3 auctions ago.
Oh, I see.
That went. I could be way wrong. I'd have to go look at the numbers, but I want to say that went around like 1,800.
Okay.
So
okay, that would have been a cool piece to add to the collection.
Yeah. Well, you got to watch our auctions, man.
Yeah, apparently. We actually ended our auctions. We are no longer going to be hosting them.
Okay.
Just because we just didn't see enough traffic. We've got a lot of people bidding $1,
Sure.
The people calling us, hey, the auction's over. I bid $1. Did I win?
Yeah.
No, sorry. There is a reserve if you read the fine print. But yeah, so we've kind of ended the auction because it's actually costing us more to host it than we're actually making from selling on there. So unfortunately, it's not something I'm excited about admitting, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess.
Sure.
And we've tried to do our best to promote it, and we've got tons of people bidding, but just not enough to meet the reserve. And I also think a part of the problem is we've tried to convince people, that sometimes their guns aren't really worth as much as they think they are, and so
Keyword there is try.
yeah. But at the end of the day,
Know what I got, bro?
yeah, exactly. If they want a certain amount, and we try to convince them,
Yeah.
well, the proof is in the pudding because we didn't sell their guns,
Right.
so they'll be picking them back up, and that's because they weren't willing to budge on some of them. Some of them were, willing to budge, and like we've got a Canik Mete compact.
Okay.
He, he wants $380 for it. That's a great deal.
That is a good deal.
Yeah. That's a person that wants to sell some shit.
Yeah. In fact, I bought a Henry from him. It's a 410. It's the Henry Axe. He has a Midwest Industries handguard on it and a Texas Armament rail, and he sold it to me for $600. That's a $1,300 setup right there.
Yep.
So I scooped that right up. Like, it was totally worth it. But I added that to my personal collection, and I'm gonna SBS it. I just ordered a Ranger Point Precision buttstock for it, and I'm gonna SBS that bitch.
Nice. I just saw. Sorry, I just got distracted. The Arizona Kid. Do we ship out of state? Yes, we do. We certainly do. We ship to Arizona. I'm guessing that's where you got to be. So make sure you guys hit up our auction. Let me actually see.
The Arizona Kid was watching our FUD slamming the cylinder video earlier.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, we've had some good ones lately that really hit hard.
Yeah. YouTube's been I think between you and I had a really good month as far as views are concerned, And boy, YouTube just goes in those peaks and valleys. We had really good peaks this last month, and then
All of a
I don't know
sudden, it's
about you,
back
that
down.
valley was hitting me hard the last few days. But we got a couple of videos up, and they're doing okay.
Yeah.
They're doing okay. But
Well, I kind of actually complained to Ryan about the same thing today. Like we've got some pretty funny shorts, and like the slamming the cylinder one, and it's really just not performing anywhere near what last month was performing. So not sure what the reason is, but
yeah,
We keep getting told that people don't see our stuff anymore. They're not getting notified that we put up anything, and then they're
we hear the
going
same thing.
and they're unsubscribed.
Yep.
you know
Well,
what's funny is I don't mean to cut you off there, Nate, but I was watching. I mean, I was so I don't want to say distraught over it, but I was upset, and I was watching the live new subscriber count, and I was watching us just go backwards. There were a ton of people unsubscribing in the last like 24, 48 hours. Like you could sit there and watch it. It was hard. Like we would lose 2 and gain 3, and then
right.
so we're trending upwards again. But I mean, it seems like YouTube's doing something kind of goofy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Honestly, we've got people who are subscribed, have the bell notification for all of our content, and are still not being notified of our content, nor are they seeing it
Yep.
in their feed. So, I would love to ask YouTube about it, but I'm sure we'll get some bullshit response.
Yeah,
We can't make people watch your stuff.
and I reached out to our rep this morning. I had one of our recent shorts that's doing well was not monetized, and so our rep can actually see that stuff, and so I reached out to him, and then I by email didn't get anything. Then I had to text him, and then that got his attention. But I asked, he's like he reversed it, and then I asked him, I was like, well, what was the reason? And he said they don't say. Like, yeah, but I thought they did.
They can see me touch a freaking gun on a wall, and they can't answer that question. Please.
Yeah. So it even
it's getting really hard not to put that tinfoil hat on.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I think I think every now and then they let us have a really good month to keep us making content, and then it's like they're dangling the carrot in front of us, and then they yank it away.
I was gonna say, like any other drug dealer, we'll just give them a taste.
Yeah. I mean, we had our most exceptional month last month. We gained 28,000 new subscribers. We got over 44 million views on the channel. That's literally almost what we already had on the channel. We peaked over 100 million views on the channel overall in lifetime views, which was really great to see. And it's such an exciting month because like every day we're like, oh my God, another 2 million views on that video, another 4 million views. Like holy cow. It was like watching a roller coaster, that kept going up. And that video is actually still doing really well, seeing 200,000 to 300,000 views a day. It's definitely slowed down where it was 2 to 3 million views a day, but yeah, the felony video.
Which is an awesome video, by the way.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we've got people remixing that video on pretty much every platform: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Stealing the audio and putting like illegal guns guns with switches in the video, like all kind. They stole the audio and then put their own video to our audio.
Nice.
Yes, and actually I filed a couple of copyright infringement complaints.
Okay.
One in particular, I can't remember what his name is. He's on Twitter, big guy. God, if I go through my messages, I can find it. But yeah, he just outright stole our video, played the whole video on his channel, did not give us any credit for it whatsoever, and Twitter won't do anything about it.
Naturally.
And he's got millions of views on it. You know, it's our video. So that kind of sucks, but you know, I guess it is what it is.
Right.
The content game.
Thank you there, Tanner.
Yes.
Yeah, is there a question in there, Tanner? I see that's the second time you posted that I mowed a guy's lot and
America Memed. America Memed is the guy who stole our content.
Okay.
So I'm gonna find him and kick his ass. Yeah, see.
Thanks for that information, Tanner. We really appreciate that. Okay.
There's our video on his channel.
Yeah.
I mean the exact complete video.
What's the numbers underneath there? How many likes and views is it?
It's got 680,000 views on it, 11,000 likes. And it was posted on 4/11.
Okay. Well, I'll take a look because I think we can report it too. Also, can't we? Even if we're not your
Yes.
channel, like
Yes.
we can report it.
Ryan did from his channel as well.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'll take a look. Twitter is just not a real active platform for me. You've got to be on Twitter all day, every day.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Well, we've been on it for years, and we've still only got a couple hundred subscribers on there. You know, and I've found that, you know, it doesn't matter how much content you post on there, we're not getting the views. So, yeah, someone scanned the QR code. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's
It's working.
pretty cool.
You hear that, everybody in the comments there? You can when I put up that QR code, it puts a link right in the comments, so you can go right to scroll up in the comments, go right to that link, and you head right over to our auction. There's your buddy Gun Inc.
Ian, what's up?
Yes, Twitter is the Wild West. That's Kyle.
Who's Kyle?
Kyle's the Niner. Everybody say hi to Kyle. Kyle's the Niner in the comments.
Hi, Kyle.
You know, I had a Kyle-free day, and then the asshole has to come and pester me in the freaking live.
Hey, at least you don't have to share a mic with him.
Bueno.
You're not wrong.
Excuse me just a moment.
Yep, not a problem. That's, I suppose I can keep him up there. So anybody, we can scroll through the comments here now that Nate's given us a little reprieve. Nope, I don't know what that means. Oops. Baba Booey. My wife thought the concealed carry skit was hilarious. Does that mean she knows the what the doll is? Look at that.
Oh boy. Oop. Spectacles are touching the mic. Gotta move it.
Yep. So yeah, anybody got any questions? And I saw Justin Worst was on here. Just Worst. What's up, buddy? If you're still on here, didn't mean to ignore you. But if anybody's got any questions, now's the time. OG Goose, what's up? Thank you.
Thanks, Ram. All right, I'm back.
Some wild comments.
You know, some comments need like context. Like I shat my pants.
I shat my pants. Wow.
There you go.
Jesus.
Wild.
How do I get the stain out of my drawers? I got 3 hours left here.
Codster dog. What's up, buddy? What's your favorite lever action, Dustin?
It's hard. It's hard saying. I like the classic 94, the Winchester 94.
I thought you were going to say the lever 12 from Black Aces.
That's what I'm
available
saying.
in store right now.
It's hard because like I like the classicness of the 94, but having a 12 gauge lever action is just freaking sweet. Like I cannot wait to shoot that soundbitch.
Yeah. Ooh, here's a good Dustin question. I bought a 22 LR revolver a couple weeks ago and found out that anytime the cylinder is rotated, it locks up everything.
Why? What do you mean by locks up everything? Because when you cock the hammer back, the cylinder is not supposed to move. Is that what you're talking about, or? Right down.
Sorry, Nate. We're perusing the comments here.
You're totally fine. In fact, I think I just seen my customer pull in, so I might have to make an exit here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We tomorrow we're going to be attending a motorcycle charity ride. Here, a local one. It's the Patriots. They're doing a charity ride for a fallen rider, victim of suicide, and fentanyl. Actually, it was an accidental suicide, but yeah, a real shame. Apparently, this person was she was a real awesome person. And anyway, we're gonna go support the Patriots local motorcycle club. They're good dudes. They've patronized the shop quite a bit, and so we're gonna return the favor and go set up a booth at their charity ride and show off some cool guns for a couple hours. So we might stream live from there tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're not going to be riding yourself?
No, I'm gonna hang out with Ryan. We've got our own motorcycle ride coming up at the end of the month. Which, if you would like to join us, please check out the website www.thekingofcamo.com to sign up. We will be giving the proceeds. Well, I can't remember the name of the. It's on the website, but I can't remember the name of the charity that we're giving it to. But last year we actually did it for a fallen rider. We helped purchase a custom headstone for a 16-year-old young man who was killed in a very tragic motorcycle accident, one that was actually very similar to the one that I had. And unfortunately, he didn't make it, but his parents came to the shop just before Christmas and wanted to get his guns engraved so that they could gift them to the other children. And it was just a very heart-wrenching story, and you could see that the mother was extremely distraught, and so we wanted to do something for them. And financially they couldn't afford the new headstone, so we helped get that one purchased, and yeah, it was a good deal. Anyway, my customer's here, guys, so thanks for having me. We'll see you guys soon.
All right. Have a good
God
one.
bless.
Nate. All right. Go. All right. Just us. And if I get any If you make it any larger, it's going to cut you out.
It's
Let's try
fine.
this.
I'm okay. I'm good.
It's going to zoom way in. Yep. Nope, we're not going to do that. All right. All right. Well, we got about 5 more minutes. So any other questions or anything else? Let's throw those in the comments, and then we'll sign off after that. So see the Texans on. That's a hell of an idea there, Texan. Somebody says you carry a 380.
I'm ignoring them.
Well, I was going to say it was a perfect opportunity to tell them you carry a 22.
I do carry a 22.
Because he's a real man.
Yep, and I can shoot.
What do you think of tactical lever guns? Well, I think they have their place. It just by putting a new stock and rail on it doesn't really change the function of it. So, I mean, it's a good way to add attachments to it.
What is the best? Questions are pretty subjective. Can you narrow down best what? Best reliability, best affordability? Because me, I like the Beretta 92, but a lot of times it's too big for a person's hand. It's too expensive for another person. It's too long for the third person. Best is very, very jet fighters. Nope.
We do have a Glock 40. It's on the auction. So let's go back. Make sure everybody knows they can get there from here. So go to our auction. I forget what the lot number is, but we do have a Glock 40 on the auction at a really good reserve too, by the way. Like $400 less than MSRP.
Yeah. I'll pull it up real quick.
Can you grab the AR off the walls with the EOTech?
No.
We can't. They'll shut the live down.
More dumb questions like that one. We're gonna tell your mom.
Stephen Miller, live in Virginia Beach, and live watching you guys. What's up in Virginia Beach?
Temperature.
Okay, getting my first Glock. Should I do a 17, 19, or 45? It depends on what you want to do with it. I think if you're looking to carry, I mean that 19 is kind of the right size. It depends on how you plan on carrying it too. So. Is a SIG P365 macro a good handgun, Dustin?
The 365 lines are, in my opinion, all good. I personally haven't shot anything other than a 365 and a 320.
Is that a purse pistol?
That is a cooter shooter for sure.
So many people hated you saying that.
Yep. And
because Dustin's got big hands.
Not a single one of them stepped foot in this store and told me to my face. Everyone's big and bad on the other side of a keyboard. But no, any SIG platform, I don't like SIGs. I'm not a big fan of Glocks just because Glocks tend to take chunks out of my hands, and SIGs, I don't like the way the trigger break is. It's a personal preference to me, but I would I take one if someone gave it to me? Damn straight.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, Sky, on the other hand, that bitch is going on the wall. $50, it's yours.
Yeah. Texan, here, Dustin, this one's for you. Serious question here. Do you all think steel case ammo is okay to shoot through my AK, or should I use brass casings? What was it designed for, Dustin?
The AK. So the common myth with any steel casing, whether it be 9mm, AK, like 7.62, it's gonna damage things. Well, sure, you're gonna get a little bit more wear on things like extractors, on the chambers, stuff like that, but it's like tens, if not hundreds of thousands of rounds wear. Not your local shooter. Not if you just buy like 2 boxes because it's hella cheap. The only thing that you need to remember is after about 50 rounds, you need to flush that sucker out because there's a lacquer on the steel casing to keep it from rusting. And when that stuff heats up, like any other liquid, like any other kind of lacquer or anything, when it heats up, it turns into glue. So after you've been shooting for a little bit, if you notice your action's starting to slow down, or the cases are getting stuck, or you're having problems, just run a bore snake through it a couple times. You know, spray a little gun lube in there. You should be fine. And then when you're all done, just take it, when you get it home, take it all apart, clean it really, really good with like an actual solvent, and then scrub it down, and just um, perform some preventative maintenance, and then steel will be fine. If you can crush a steel casing with a pair of needle nose pliers, it's not going to damage the hardened steel that is your chamber after 10, 15, 100 rounds. So,
good answer.
But that's just my opinion.
Hey, by the way, Maurice the guinea pig says hello.
Oh, Maurice the guinea pig.
And George from Idaho, what's up? I really got to enjoy Idaho a few years ago. So here's I think these two are good. Because I have a larger than average hands, but my Glock 22 isn't very fun to shoot. I have much more fun with a 19, strangely enough. And that could probably come from, I don't know if you changed the back straps, because like you need to have the more aggressive beaver tail on it.
Yeah.
So you're not getting the Glock bite.
Yeah. If you got bigger hands, that little pooch that you get on the in between your webbing, even when I wasn't overweight, I would find that was an issue, because it's just when you have bigger hands, it's just excess material there, and it's made for the average person who doesn't have that. So that extra beaver tail backstrap, I always recommend doing that. But on things like the PSA Dagger and the Bear Creek Grizzly, you won't find that being an issue because of the way it's designed. It's a much more comfortable. The PSA Dagger, I think, is kind of like a boob. Your hand just finds where it needs to be immediately. And the Grizzly, that trigger is stupid crisp. So, I mean,
yeah. I thought this was another good one too.
Oh, the Axis one? Yeah.
Yeah. How many rounds will I get through a Savage Axis?
A lot.
Yeah. Isn't it going to be like 10,000?
Tens of thousands, if not.
Yeah.
And I it depends on what you're shooting. It depends. I mean, there's so many different variables. Like, are you shooting 2 or 3 rounds at a time? Are you are one of our friends that comes in the store all the time, and you're shooting like 50 and 60 rounds in one setting? It's going to change how the barrel reacts as it heats up, as it cools down. Are you shooting cold? Are you shooting hot? I mean, there's so many freaking variables that I can't keep them all in my head.
Right. This is a good one too. Matt Roberts. I'm looking for my wife. It's weird. There's a period there. She has a 38, and I'm trying to step her up to a 9. If she has troubles with racking a slide, our most common model pistol, 9mm that sells, is a Easy 9 from Smith & Wesson. You might want to check that out.
Yeah.
You want to go with Apocalypse? The world's ending. You can grab 3 guns. What you surviving the end of the world? The apocalypse is robots controlled by AI.
Probably a single shot 12 gauge with high brass. You can turn it into a muzzleloader with a little bit of urine, saltpeter, ammonium nitrate. You can create your own black powder. Probably an AR platform, just because I will probably find parts for that laying on some chode that can't shoot, because he relies on an optic only, and after it goes down.
Grabs.
Loot grabs?
Loot grabs.
Loot grabs, yep.
Yep.
And then probably my Beretta 92 as a sidearm.
And you can get light armor piercing rounds that should go through those robots, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
you're welcome, Texan.
Yeah.
Happy to help, brother.
Another Idahoan, if that's how you'd say that. Roberto Rodriguez. It was great meeting you 2 weeks ago. Did you stop in the shop, Roberto? I apologize if I'm not recognizing the name.
I think I waited on it. Maybe. I don't remember.
What's the difference between a regular P90 and a P90 civilian edition?
One's
full
fully
auto?
automatic and one's not.
Fully semi-automatic.
Fully semi-automatic. Jesus loves you. You are precious. Okay. Well, now I know.
Privacy Hess. You guys are great and funny. Keep it up. Well, we'll try. We'll try.
Yep.
Can't make any promises. Some days we're not funny.
Yeah. The funny thing is Humpty Dumpty was never specified as an egg. Do a little research.
Was the best Glock for self-defense the one that goes bang when you pull the trigger?
Yeah, whatever one is in your hand at the time.
That's an even better point. All right. Hello from Ohio. How was the storm last night up at you guys?
5 boxes of 9mm.
We talked about that this morning. We got like diverted.
That's he got all that ammo when we were unpacking it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I do remember you.
Yeah, for a hell of a good deal.
Let's see. Interesting choices. Thanks for entertaining my curiosity. That was the Apocalypse one.
Yeah.
Well, Tactical Fox Navy, if you've been paying attention, Dustin loves his Beretta.
Yeah.
He's a Navy veteran. He was issued a sidearm as a Beretta as a sidearm. Never did like it, but what's your opinion?
Yeah. He's saying Tactical Fox is a Navy veteran. I am not a veteran.
I'm reading the comment.
Yeah, I just want to make sure there's no confusion.
Yeah, but you've seen some shit. Oh man!
Yeah, every time I wipe my ass. The monkeys.
You know what? That's kind of I would normally probably skim over that one, but who's technically the owner? Also, do you all know each other from childhood? Love the shorts. I could see why you think why we might know each other from childhood. It's just somehow the universe is aligned in that Kyle, Dustin, and I share the same humor for the most part. And so I think that's why we jive so well. You and I have known each other for the last 5 years.
Yeah. And
Kyle for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So also I'm the owner.
First of all, that American Tactical 5.56, if it's an Omni hybrid, work on getting rid of those parts, please. If that gun blows up in your hands from a hot load from a manufacturer or something, that plastic will not hold up.
Tactical Fox, confusion was not on your part. It was on ours. It was too big, in my opinion. Yep, I was going to say he probably had too small a hands.
Yeah, that's a lot of people say it's too much. The funny thing is, I've actually got a whole grip on it that makes mine bigger. So, like our old Cerakoter, he could not get that gun to run to save his life because he had to adjust his hand around on the grip to engage the trigger, and he couldn't keep enough forward pressure on it to make it cycle.
Yeah. I don't know if this is what we were answering before, but from Brandon, my wife and I are looking to purchase our first firearms, Glock 19 or Glock 45, in your opinion, for open carry. I don't know about open carry. Also, any small guns for the wife you recommend. First off, whatever one fits better in your hand that you're going to feel better shooting is the one you should go with. I'm not going to tell you one is better than the other. Also, for small guns, again, if your wife has problem racking the slide, take a look at the Smith & Wesson EZ9 or EZ380.
I'm trying to find something. You know what? We keep getting these what gun questions. So let me go through my spiel, and I'm trying to think if I got a solution. No, you know what? I'm not going to risk it. I was going to use the tape gun, or the price gun.
Oh, sure.
So when you're evaluating a handgun on whether or not you should buy it or not, your initial response should be set it on the counter, or I'm sorry, not your response, your evaluation. Set it on the counter, pick it up, draw it on a target, and watch your hand. If you have to move or manipulate your hand at all to make it more comfortable, put that gun down and walk away. I don't care who told you to pick it up. I don't care who told you that it was the greatest gun ever. I don't care if somebody told you can get HBO if you push the button on the side.
It's free.
It's it's free. If you can find a gun where it's like a Harry Potter moment where you pick it up and your hand goes exactly where it needs to go and you go get on target quickly and you don't have to re-manipulate the grip at all to make it comfortable, that's the gun you want. Put that gun down, find somewhere to shoot that gun. Because when you're shooting a gun, it changes variables in your hands. It changes how it feels. And you may get halfway through a magazine and go, God, this sucks. It rubs right here. It's not comfortable here. And that's going to save you a $500 whoopsie-daisy on getting a gun that after you get done shooting it, you don't like. Or if you are in a moment where it's fast-paced, you got to make stuff happen, you're not having to worry about getting your grip correct before you engage. And that is the end of it for me, guys. I got to head out. So I hope that helps.
All right. Well, why don't you head out? I'll clean up here, and then I will see you on Monday.
Yes, sir.
All righty. I'm going to do my best here without Dustin. I'm sure everybody's going to jump off now because Dustin's not in it anymore.
I'll call on the road.
There you go.
Put me on speakerphone. I'll stay involved.
We'll do our best here. So, true reviews. Love you all. Thank you. Nate is gone. Nate had to go help a customer, so he is off the stream for the night. Let's see. Should I buy this 1994 Honda Accord? Yes. Yes, you should. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm reading comments as I go. Brandon, no problem, buddy. Thoughts on TSOS's Duty 1911-45? TSOS makes a great GI model 1911. It'll rattle, but it'll fire. We're fans of them. And I mean, that's coming from a shop that makes custom 1911s. So, one Dustin versus 100 gorillas. Yeah. Mason, do we do coatings at DBoss? Yes, we do. We do Cerakote here. Nate at the King Camo does Duracoat. Beard and Arms, I swear you were the one that asked us the last live. But well, at least we got asked on it the last live. Saw y'all's short about FRTs, and I'm guessing you're saying it sent mixed messages. Could you all clear it up? Yeah, so YouTube sucks, and we constantly find ourselves with peaks and valleys of views, and in an effort to break that cycle, I hate to say it, but we did that video because we knew it was going to be like a rage bait video, and also it was titled "I do not need a tax stamp." So we're well aware you do not need a tax stamp for FRTs, but it was great hearing everybody's opinions that came in about that situation and about our knowledge, I guess I would say. So yeah, Beard and Arms, just a goofy short. That's all. Doodle the Beagle. Thank you. And cheers. Wish I had a beer to cheers with you right now. Do you like the Springfield XDs? Well, so Springfield XDs, and I got to explain that to a lot of customers because they seem to come back quite a bit for sale. People want to sell them and offload them. Springfield does a phenomenal job giving you a right out of the box package with holsters and tons and tons of mags, range bag, all of that. They do a really good job giving you a starter kit, and the guns themselves are really nice. But the guns are like Dodge Stratuses. The second they leave the lot, they're worth half the value. So resale value on those. They're just not a sexy gun, I guess I would say, but they're stupid reliable. So if you got a Springfield XD, hang on to it. It's a great gun. I would own it. I don't own any other than what's in the showcase up here, but I would own them. Again, it's not a sexy gun, so I haven't gotten around to it. Okay. Mason, are you going to try and start coding your own things? Is that what you mean by you're going to start trying out some codings? Thoughts on switches? I've never fired a gun with a switch on it, but I've fired we have a great relationship with the guys at the Reflex Triggers and the G-Flex trigger that goes into the Glock. We have a couple of videos on that. I would take the G-Flex trigger over a switch, I think. Have you seen the Glock FRTs yet, Beard and Arms? So that's again, for us, it's the Reflex trigger. So if you, let me see, I think I have. Oh, yeah, look at that. So here's the Glock Reflex trigger, Beard and Arms. Let me head back here. This is it's like a binary trigger, but Franklin Armory sent them a cease and desist and said that they couldn't use the term binary with it because they copyrighted that. So this is a fire on pull and fire on release trigger. There's no selector switch. Like Franklin Armory, you have to buy the slide that has the selector switch right up on the slide, but that's like $900. And as you can see, this trigger is $240. And if you use our promo code, which should be DBOSS or DBOSS10, you're going to get 10% off on that as well. So stupid easy to install. Tons and tons of videos how to adjust the little bar on the back there to dial it in. But that'll even fit. That G-Flex trigger will also fit in PSA daggers. And our opinion is going to be the Grizzly. We haven't tried it yet, but the Grizzly from Bear Creek, it should probably fit in that too. So I hope that answers your question on the Glock FRTs. Imagine getting mad at the funny gun guys. Yeah, it happens every day. Every day people are angry on the internet. I wish I had. So OG Goose, I wanted to know why sometimes when I load a full Glock magazine and rack one in the chamber, the magazine rattles. Almost sounds like there's a loose round in the mag. Could it be the spring is loose? No, I believe that's normal. I think Dustin would have an exact answer for you, but he's not here. I wouldn't worry about that. That sounds normal. I think all mine do that. It might be the way that the round closest to the follower is sitting. Picking up a P320 Legion and X5 9mm. Any opinion on that Sig Sauer? No, don't really have an opinion. I think you'll enjoy it. Let's see. Yeah, those Prodigies look pretty cool. a new subscriber. I love your content, brother. God bless. Yeah, thank you. We really appreciate it. Ricky, I hope you're surviving in California there. Okay, Mason. Yeah, you can ship it to, if you're looking to have your guns coated, you can ship them to us, or you can ship them to Nate down at the King of Camo in Georgia. Mufasa, Milwaukee checking in. Hey, all right. Another Wisconsinite. You know, we don't see a lot of, like when I look at our analytics and the top cities that watch our channel, there is, like, out of the top 50 cities, there's not one Wisconsin city, which blows my mind. I thought, you know, maybe Madison or Milwaukee would be on that list, but I guess not. The FRT I'm talking about pushes your finger forward when the barrel tilts. Pretty slick. I have a few in plastic and one in metal. You know what, Beard and Arms, I'll have to look at that. I'll make a note and maybe look at that tomorrow. Mason, you can check out our coatings pricing on our website, either on our normal website or our coatings website, which would be dbosscoatings.com. All right, so Tribal, thank you for the money. What's your opinion of the Ohio Ordnance civilian version of the M2 Browning machine gun, and do you believe the Staccato 1911s are worth the price? So on the machine gun, I couldn't tell you. I have zero experience with that. So I believe that one, you still have the butterfly trigger, but it's in semi-auto. So I guess if you like shooting a gun like this, one shot at a time, that'd be cool. You know, kind of along those lines, I found out one of our major distributors today sells the Tipman line of 9mm Gatling guns, and then they even do a 22 LR version with a plastic linkage for the rounds. So if you get a chance to check those out, they're pretty pricey, but I think I would almost rather have one of those 9mm Gatling guns, because they come on different like trailers, and one looks like it comes on a like Canon axle. I think I would rather have those. And the Staccatos, we can't, if we ever get them in the shop, they really don't last longer than a day or two. We just sold one just 2 days ago, and looking at them, I mean, I think they kind of they cornered that market, and I like them. But if I ever got one, it would have to be the right price. I don't know if I would pay that full retail price, but I like them. I would own them. Let's see. Yeah, on that magazine, it doesn't give you any problems, but it sounds like a piggy bank. That's a good description for it. I might have to borrow that. All right. Mason, oh, you're in Fond du Lac. All right. Hey, another Wisconsinite. All right. Yeah, drive on up and say hi. I'll be here tomorrow at 10 to 2. And Adam, hello from Washington. Hello from Wisconsin. Not good at airsoft. What are your thoughts on airsoft? I don't know, man. I never played. When I was growing up and in high school, we did a lot of paintballing, but never airsoft. Airsoft kind of came on the market heavily, probably like 07, 08, somewhere in there. And so I just never got into it. By 07, 08, I was running my own sporting goods store, and I didn't have time for it. But a lot of the airsoft stuff came through, so I liked them. Actually, I owned a couple of like the airsoft handguns, basically to shoot at birds, to stay off of some feeders at home. So Blaine, I'm in Florida and want to get into suppressors. Where's the best place to start? The internet. And I know you're on the internet now, but unfortunately we don't have our SOT yet. We're looking into it. I didn't realize they have different classes of SOTs. I thought I needed a manufacturer's FFL, and I don't. So now knowing that, I'm researching all the other hardware and things that I need to get the SOT, and I'm hoping to have that by the end of the year. So, but if you got questions about suppressors, give Nate and Ryan a call at the King and Camo. They have their SOT and they carry suppressors right in their showroom. And so that's a little north of you in Georgia, but they would be a good resource. Ooh, opinions on Uberti replica revolvers. I own 3 or 4 of them, and they perform exactly how I would want them to perform, and you're paying a fraction of the cost than you would of, like getting a Colt. So I like them. Creed, I like the Uberti replica revolvers because I own a few. So, and they're all in different calibers. So, Fred, hi from the depressing city of Chicago. Well, move if you can. I would, Fred, I would maybe think about moving out of the entire state of Illinois, but that's just me. And Kyle, no, you cannot have a Glock 43X for free, but what you can do is head over to our auction website and bid on one that's in the auction. So you can get it for a lot more reasonable price than you would MSRP. Tribal, what's your honest opinion of the ATF? LOL. I'm not saying. They're always watching. Dylan just received a transfer for a customer of yours, and customer told you about the channel to check it out. Awesome stuff, Dylan. Awesome. Welcome to the channel. I'm trying to think. Do me a favor, Dylan. Just tell me like the make and model of the gun that went out. I'm kind of curious as to where that went to. And probably by you telling me make and model, I would know where it went. So, or just about. Dustin does all the shipping, to be honest with you, but I kind of half remember where stuff goes. You guys have any SIG 365X? We do not. That's we don't have any of those in stock right now. We can get them. All right. Well, we've been doing this for a little bit over an hour. So if there's any last minute questions, I think I'll give it a few more minutes and then we'll head out. But as you guys can see, I've got the QR code and then in the link there, we have a link to our auction that's going on right now. Our auction ends on the 31st. I'm doing a brand new day and time for ending the auction, and it's going to be a Saturday at 7. I'm pretty sure I set it for 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so 8 p.m. Eastern. I think that gives it's a better opportunity for people to get on and bid. We were first starting to enter auctions at Monday at 11 a.m. and a lot of people are at work. Then I switched it to Sundays, and it was Sunday mornings, and then I think a lot of people are at church. So, but Sunday mornings perform better than Mondays, and that's why we kind of kept that. But for this one, I'm going to try and end it on Saturday night. Hopefully, that gives everybody a better opportunity to get their bidding in. So, Ooh, John Farner. What's up, buddy? We don't have any Boy Scouts on the live today, so sorry about that, John. Suns Out Guns Out. What's up, buddy? Let's see. Can I get another pic of y'all? I kissed some holes in the one you sent. The biggest holes where Dustin is. LOL. I think you're only saying that because Dustin's not here right now. I'll tell you what. Suns Out Guns Out. If you when we see the flag you're going to send us, I'll send you a photo just for you. We'll take one specifically for you. Kevin, love your shorts. Thanks for the content. Kevin, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. We wouldn't do it if it wasn't for you guys watching and supporting us. Otherwise, there's no point to doing it. So we really appreciate your support. All right, Ashton on the 509 FN. That's another really good everyday carry platform, the 509. Solid. If that's what you're looking into for your EDC, go with it. If that works for you. John, I feel like you're probably an open book. I don't know how much you want me to say about you on the live, but John says, dang, goals is coming up. John, I'm so excited for goals. And I keep talking to new brands every day, John, and I'm asking them all if they're going to goals. So I hope you're getting more brands reaching out to you to fill the booths there, because I know you guys are getting pretty close to being full. So, but we're really excited. We're getting everything booked already to make our trip to Knoxville, Tennessee. First weekend in August is the Goals Convention. So, anybody that's on here listening, if you can make it to Knoxville, Tennessee at the beginning of August, that convention, in my opinion, is one of the best 2A conventions that exists. Don't even talk to me about SHOT Show. I could care less about SHOT Show. SHOT Show is a joke. I will never go to SHOT Show. So, goals is where it's at. Tribal, who makes the Thompson on the wall behind you? No, that is not a Thompson. So this shoulder, that shoulder, there it is. That is a volunteer. It's a Tennessee. It's a I don't want to say knockoff. That's too harsh, but that is a clone of the Thompson. It's still chambered in 45 ACP. But if you head over to the auction, you'll see that it's on there, and you'll see some key features that are different. It's not top charging; it's side charging, and it's plastic furniture. So. And about the muzzleloader shooting better when they're slightly dirty, I don't know. I have never fired a muzzleloader. That's kind of has been something, at least growing up, was never an interest of mine. But after handling a few here in the shop, I certainly wouldn't mind going out and shooting them. So that was the Gnostic Nomad. So that was a really long way to get around to ask of like what I think of a Mini 14 and what to do with it. If you have a Mini 14 and you like your AR better and you want to offload the Mini 14, send it to us. We'll put it up in auction for you. We had a Mini 14 in the last auction that went. So Suns Out Guns Out holding you to that. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Lucas. Yeet. Let's see. Ooh, John, I'm an open book. 18 spots left for companies. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I will tell any other brand that I'm talking to, that you are almost out of spots, and they better get a hold of you. All right. Kenton, hey dude, I love your vids. Thanks so much for the entertainment. Kenton, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Got a Colt M1911. If you're looking for a Colt M1911, there is I don't know if you can see it. It's back behind me on the wall. That's also up in auction too. Is there a gun store you work at? And do you have a firing range there? I'm sitting in my gun store right now, so I guess I kind of work here. But we do not have a gun range here. We are certainly not zoned for it, and I'm not a big fan of this city, and I just don't want to deal with it. So we're not going to have a gun range here. If we expand and get bigger, I would do a gun range outside of this city. So the Niner, yeet. Thanks, Kyle. Again, anybody in the chat group, the Niner is Kyle from our channel. So make sure you give him a good yeet. Cobus, I couldn't tell you really an opinion on the 22 Wildcat ammo. I'm not familiar with firing that. I don't have a platform that shoots it. So sorry, reading Gnostic's comment there. All the attachments he has on the Mini 14, and then everybody gets less interested. I think people get a little more interested if you say, like, I've got the gun from the A-Team, like the original A-Team. Then it gets cooler, so maybe just say that. I don't know. Kenton, that's what's your favorite gun you have ever used or seen in person? That's way too hard. Like, you'd have to kind of narrow it down by category, because there's guns I have that are sentimental from family members that would be a favorite gun, and then there's other other favorites I have for other reasons. So, like, I in my office, I've got a M1 Garand hanging on the wall. I've got it framed in a shadow box. It's just one of my favorite guns of all time, and always wanted one. Finally got one. Had a shadow box made for it, and I don't even take it out of that. I just get to look at it every day. Mercy, what's up, man? John, thanks for tuning in, brother. Again, anybody, if you ever thought you wanted to go to a SHOT Show for some insane reason, SHOT Show's not where it's at. Goals is where it's at. So Goals is in the first weekend in August. Make sure, if you can attend in Knoxville, Tennessee, first weekend in August, hit up Goals. Go over to their website, see what it's about. But that convention is phenomenal. Hello, Camo King? No. Nate's not here. Sorry, you're stuck with the boss. What's a good shotgun for turkey hunting under a good budget, like $200 to $300? I mean, that $200 to $300 mark is really kind of limiting you. If you could raise it a little bit. Black Aces, with their Benelli clones, they have the same action. The Benelli action, the patent on it had ran out, and Black Aces picked it up. And so, like, their S2, you can get it with a slug barrel and then the bird barrel for less than $500. You got to buy the Samson Hannibal lower and upper rail. That, yeah, if you want to make it the Mini 14 from the 18, and plus, if you said it to somebody now, like they'd have to be an absolute diehard to know. But you could just say it right now. Yeah, I've got the gun from the 18. The Niner single shot Rossi. Yeah, there you go. But I kind of think for, I guess my mind was in semi-auto. Wait, did we hack King Camo? No, we didn't. We actually were on with them before. So because of the streaming software that we use, it brings their their channel viewers in with our viewers, and so that's probably why you're seeing that King Camo is live. So sorry, Nate had to jump off because he had some customers he had to help. So your M1 is like my 303 Lee Enfield, my first hunting rifle. Will be my boy soon. My was my dad still going strong. So Cobus, I have a Lee Enfield. Unfortunately, mine was sporterized like crazy, so it doesn't have all of the original furniture on it. It's got some, and then it was cut down and shaped and whatever. But I really like it. I really like my 303. Gnostic, you're going to have the coolest Mini 14 on this planet. Tommy, do we get many Tika Attack A1s? No. Tika is a phenomenal rifle, phenomenal platform. I really like what Tika's doing. We don't usually get them in for normal stock because that type of rifle is not a big seller for us. But we can certainly order it. So, Matthew, happy to see you all live. Just picked up 3 daggers today. Nice. I hope you used our affiliate link, Matthew. Hope you went to our website on the homepage, clicked on affiliates, and then clicked on Palmetto. Yeah. I saw that. So Kenton asked, which gun chambered in 9mm is your favorite? The full auto MP5, preferably suppressed. Got to slap it. So, well, everybody, I think that's going to do it for me. I really appreciate you jumping on and joining me in the live. A lot of great questions tonight, and really, really enjoyed it. We're trying to do these lives as much as we can and more often, so please stay tuned. We try to team up with the King of Camo. There's some other gun tubers that we're going to try and get on and have on at the same time as us. So please stay tuned. And when you see that when you see that live notification come up on your phone, please tune in. We really appreciate that. So, trying to find a battle axe, but I can't find one. Well, you can get the mini battle axe that's hanging up right here from Wooks. So you can get that one right from Wooks. And again, head over to our website, use our affiliate link. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. And we will see you on the next one.